Hey friends, welcome back to Simply a Better You and another Azure standard order. I just got back from pickup and I wanted to do something a little bit different for you today. So usually I unpack everything and put it out and make it all neat and pretty. I wanted you to actually see what I'm picking up. So when I go out there to pick up, they've already sent me my confirmation via email, and I know that I'm picking up my order, everything that shipped, everything that may have not shipped because it was out of stock, and then they will list how many cases that I am picking up. So in this order, I had 4 cases. So I know I'm getting 4 boxes or 4 packaged items. In these boxes are my items that I ordered. So if you make that first trip to Azure to do your pickup and you've ordered 20 different things and you walk away with 4 boxes, don't freak out. They are in here. I like that they package everything together. This does make it easier to transport. So if you haven't heard of Azure Standard, it is an online, basically an online grocery store in which you can order organic and natural foods, sustainable sourced items, and you can order them in bulk or you can just order them in single items. I find it to be a great resource when I want to find something that I can otherwise not find in a grocery store or a local market around me. Because I live so far out in the country, I have a select variety of stores. I have Walmart, Kroger's, Rural King, a few farmers markets, which are relatively tiny, so probably 8 or less booths at a farmer's market. If I want to find anything that's a little bit larger, I have to go further away. There's perks to living in the country, and there's some cons. The con is, sources for a grocery store. However, I can get local meat from a farmer, local dairy from a farmer, and local produce from a farmer. So there is perks to it, but it's kind of a first come, first serve. And if they have a failed crop that year, you're not getting your carrots or your apples. So I rely on Azure Standard to source some of those things that I like to purchase in bulk so that I can or put up for the winter season. And I know that I can source good, clean products from them and any of my organic things that I'm looking for, such as flour or organic sugar or coffee or organic dairy products. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Let's do the big one first. This is actually tortillas, and this came frozen, so this was in the frozen part of their truck. I'll go ahead and open it. I am going to actually keep these in my deep freeze, and we do a lot of breakfast burritos and stuff for the girls and for Joe, which makes my life so much easier. But we love tacos, we love burritos, we love enchiladas, and these are good sized flour tortillas. I am going to list in the corner down below, I'm not sure which side, but I will list the item and how much I paid for this item. So in this particular box, I believe these are in a 12 count. It might be more than 12. But like I said, I'll list it all below. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have got myself a wealth of tortillas. So I'm super happy with these. These are an organic flour tortilla. So all of these are going to go in my freezer, and as we need them, we will pull them out and thaw them and use them. It is something that I buy at the grocery store all the time. Every time I make a trip to the grocery store, I'm buying flour tortillas. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just order them from Azure and put them in my deep freeze. So, all right. this I have been really wanting to try. So this is Nancy's yogurt, and I have heard some great things about it. It's a probiotic yogurt, so it's organic, it's 100% grass-fed, and I love that you can get this plain or in vanilla, and she also has some cottage cheese, let's see, cottage cheese yogurt, a Greek yogurt. I do believe she does like dips, so if you're looking for dips for fruits or veggies. So I wanted to try this one out and see what it tastes like. Currently, when I purchase organic yogurt for the store, they range anywhere from about $4.99 to about $6.80 a container, depending on what I get and what they have in stock. So I will list the price for these in the corner below. And what I am going to do is put one of these in my fridge, and the rest of these are also going to go in the freezer because we use flavored yogurt, so vanilla yogurt, for smoothies. And then I buy a plain, Greek yogurt, and we kind of use that for sour cream. It's easy just to get one product and use it for multiple things than to buy sour cream and yogurt. So it kind of helps us save money on groceries since I want an organic product, and organic convenient food can be expensive. Okay, so let's see what we get in this one. They usually package items really well. I've never had anything break or leak on me, so I can't complain. All right, these are my fridge items. I did pick up some more of the Lacinato kale or the Dino kale. I loved what I got last time. It lasted for like three-ish weeks in the fridge. I kept it in the bag they provided with the paper towel wrapped around it. That's how I would package it at home when I would get it from the grocery store. So I mean, I really loved this. It stayed fresh for a long time. It had a wonderful flavor to it. And we went ahead and batch juiced a whole bunch of kale and spinach, and even Hannah enjoyed it. I picked up some more ginger. I can get ginger at my grocery store, but they don't carry organic ginger, and they only carry one variety. This is, of course, the yellow ginger, but I can get more cheaper from Azure than I can at my local grocery store. Okay, another new thing we are trying with this order is cheese. Okay, so this is something I've been looking forward to purchasing. This is raw sharp cheddar. It is a grass-fed organic cheddar. A little bit more on the pricier side. Let's see, 5 pounds, $42.57. They do have other options on there for cheddar, but I wanted to try this. I've heard wonderful things about it from my friends, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and get the brick of cheddar, and I'm going to pray that this does not go to waste. We go through a lot of cheese here, so I'm going to actually half this and shred up a bunch of it to keep in the fridge for quick use, and then I'm going to keep it in its plastic wrapping here and put it in a bag, and then I can continue to shred up or use it for sandwiches or whatever it is we're using it for. I'm really hoping this cheese tastes good. Really, really hoping it tastes good, but I've heard good things. Okay. Some of the boxes, they are kind enough to mark with arrows that show you that the box needs to stay upright in this direction, especially if they are packaging glass items with liquid in them. I really appreciate that because, you know, these are kind of getting tossed around and loaded and unloaded. It's good to know which direction that they should be sitting up and in so things do not leak. So I wanted you guys to see how they package this in here. In here we have my maple syrup. We were running low on maple syrup. I have not bought syrup from a grocery store in well over a year. This is phenomenal. I absolutely love it, and it is very affordable. What else else do we got in here? This is kind of like Christmas. You know, you order something and then you have to wait till the ship date and you get kind of excited about it. This is a ginger root cut and sifted. I believe I ordered the wrong thing. Daggone it. I think this is finely cut and sifted. I wanted the pieces. Oh well, it'll still get used. We can still make use of it in tea. All right. Okay, so it's fall, and I know everybody loves their fall favorites. Usually it's pumpkin spice something. I'm already seeing pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that. We love apple cider, so I went ahead and picked up some of the North Coast organic apple juice, and we are going to make some apple cider at home. I guess you would call it mulled apple cider. We're going to stick it in the crock pot and add the cinnamon sticks and the oranges, and yummy, yummy. This I actually picked up for my dad. So I still have honey in my cabinet, but my dad was looking for raw honey. He's trying to do more of the homeopathic route with treating an illness that he has. And he found something that has to do with honey and lemon and him drinking that every morning. So he asked me to get some honey for him. And I thought I would just run up to the local apiary up the road and get some, because we have one down the road. This is from a local apiary up the road, and they're neighbors. But so I'm going to keep the label covered. Their address on it. But I went up to the farmer's market and purchased this. I'm expecting this to taste amazing. But so I have honey, local honey, and I went ahead and grabbed him a jar of raw berry wildflower honey from Azure. I thought this would be a little bit more affordable for him. You know, I know it's okay to splurge sometimes, but money can be tight, and it's good to find a local source in which you can have and purchase things, but it's also good to have a source to purchase something that is affordable for you, something that's within your budget. I purchased my honey in very large quantities, and it was more affordable for me to go through Azure. We use the majority of our honey for tea and baking. I want to say the majority of the time it goes for baking. I'm the tea drinker in the house, and I'm not supposed to be adding any type of sweetener to anything. But this is $12.89 for a 3-pound jar. And, you know, obviously this is a quart jar from Azure. It's one of their Azure canning jars. And this was $12.89 versus $30. So I wanted to give my dad a secondary option that could be more affordable for him. If he would prefer to go with the local honey here, then I will run up there and grab him his local honey whenever he wants it. All right, what other goodies do we have in here? My extra virgin olive oil. This is an organic extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed. We're going to switch over to olive oil for a while and kind of put aside the avocado oil. Been doing a little bit of research on avocado oil, and I'm not liking what I'm reading. So we're going to give the avocado oil a break for a while. Pull out these last bags and make us some table room here. Okay. I also went ahead and picked up some baking staples. We have baking soda, 1-pound bag, baking powder, 1-pound bag, and cornstarch in a 1-pound bag. So I went ahead and picked all of these up. So let's kind of rearrange this so you can see. We'll take this off because I did not purchase this from Azure. You can kind of get an idea of what was bought. We've got the stuff in the back here, the dairy. So all in all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. Not a bad haul. I spent $283.56. Of that, I used some of my Azure cash, and $22.48 of that was the shipping cost that they will charge when you place an order. It is cheaper to pay the shipping and go to a pickup site and pick up your order versus having it delivered by freight and then delivering it to your driveway. Then you're looking up of upwards of $80 or more to deliver your order. So definitely find yourself a local, Azure pickup location, or consider becoming a coordinator and have them come to a place that you can coordinate for a drop-off to happen. So this is the Azure haul. It's close to $300. I think I took a few things off and moved them to next month's order. I try to stay under $300. That is my Azure budget. That's kind of where I've put my cutoff at so that I don't overspend. This is something that I enjoy sharing with you, but I want it to be realistic. I don't do the huge, gigantic $1,000, $2,000 hauls. I am only a family of 4, but we have limited storage space, storage room, so I purchase what I know that I can store, and I purchase what I know we're going to eat so that things do not go to waste. So I'm, probably the only time I would ever order in excess is if I was ordering to share with a family member or I knew that I had space to store it. Let me show you. So I am in my dining room, and these are in my dining room. We do not have room in the mudroom right now. So these are stored in a closet that is in my dining room, and they take up some space, but these are food grade buckets in which you can store items. So we put our flour in here, sugar, rice, anything that I order in very large quantities, 25-pound bags, will fit in here. So 25-pound bag of flour or sugar will fit in these containers. I get a screw-on lid to go on top to keep everything nice and clean and airtight. This is what I actually stored my sugar in, and we just finished off the sugar. So we will have sugar in next month's order, and then we'll have a few more months before I stop for the winter. Being out here in Kentucky, I do not want to make the half-hour drive into the far end of the country to pick up an order. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this month's Azure Standard Haul. Please put any questions or comments that you have down below. And as always, guys, I thank you for joining me on my homesteading journey, and I bless you on yours.
Like and subscribe and comment down below.